I'm not going to take no for an answer. I want you here, all right? I want you here where you can get the best possible care. You're a bona fide hero, darling. I'm so impressed with you. You saved from certain death Lenore and your 2 children.
Yeah, I tried telling that to Lenore. Her father got here while they were running some tests on me, and she and the kids went back to Maine with him. Didn't even say goodbye.
Oh, of all the ungrateful ex-wives. Well, darling, Iva's there with you. Kirk? Iva's there, isn't she?
Well, I really don't know. I saw her a few hours ago when they were wheeling me to my room, but I haven't seen her since then. She may have gone with Lenore. I was kind of hoping that...
Kirk? Kirk? You still there?
Liz, is it true that you asked Mr. Reyes to come here for an appointment?
Yes, Daddy. I just thought that conducting a little business might help take your mind off of everything that's happened. I was just trying to help.
In the future, I'd appreciate it if you'd at least inform me before you make any appointments on my behalf.
I can see that this isn't a good time for you, Mr. Carpenter. Why don't we reschedule the meeting for a time that's more convenient?
Oh, no. I mean, since Liz is responsible for your being here, you might just as well come in.
All right, thank you. I'll only take a few minutes of your time.
You'll pay for this.
Excuse me?
I was just apologizing to Mr. Reyes for all the confusion.
Please, no apology necessary.
You killed him.
Don't tell him, please!
I saw you lead him into that hut. Boys! Dead because of you! Ellie, let her go! Mr. McKelly! Mr. McKelly, let her go!
Paul, are you still there?
How did you know where to find me?
I always know where you are, son. You're my number one concern. And you always will be.
I'm sorry, I didn't know Paul was going to be here.
Well, he changed his mind last minute and came in with us.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to check in with you. I'll just go down to the ballroom and make sure everything's set for tomorrow's rehearsal.
I think it's best. I hope you understand. I'm sorry.
Hold on a second. You don't have to go, Hank. We're just about to go out and have dinner. Why don't you join us?
No, wait just a minute. I already told Paul that...
Well, too bad for Paul. It's about time he got set straight about a lot of things.
Well, now is not the time. I told Paul that he doesn't have to see Hank at this trip.
Look, I'll just go downstairs, and it'll be easier for everyone.
No. No, Hank, you're our friend, and we want you here, and Paul's just going to have to learn to adjust to that. At least we can give it a try. Come on in. Paul, what's going on there? I can tell something's very wrong.
Yeah, it's not a really good time for me to talk. I gotta go.
Wait. I want to see you and make sure you're all right.
What do you mean, see me? Are you in New York?
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by New Bounce, the only fabric softener with stain guard.
Okay. Are you all right? He hurt you?
But I'm someone else. I can be his mom.
Stop! Stop right there! I mean it! Faggot! Your buddy Stenbeck told me all about you. We're getting out of here, Leanne, and we're taking the other kids with us, all right? I'm not going anywhere, soldier. I'm in command here. Quiet. Fog so thick. Place is crawling with bees, see? Back over very slowly, man. Go back with the others. Go. Listen up, everybody. Go back to the hotel now.
Lucinda, I gotta go now. Iva didn't leave after all. She just walked in. I will. Bye. Merci. Well, I thought you'd gone with Lenore.
No, I wanted to talk to your doctor.
Oh, what's the verdict? Am I gonna live?
Yes, you are. He said you were very lucky.
Yeah, very lucky, and I'm very crazy. Who else but a certifiable nut would have run into that burning building?
Well, I don't think you're crazy. I think you're very brave.
Okay, now that Paul's gone into the other room to finish his call, why don't we all sit down?
Look, Hal, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but really I think it's best if I just head down to the ballroom. This is your only night to be together and enjoy the city before all the craziness starts. And I've got a full night of work ahead of me. Really, it's okay.
Are you sure, Hank?
Thanks so much for understanding. Oh, by the way, did you speak to your attorney about your landlord problem?
Yeah, he talked to the landlord and told him to take him to court. He didn't drop the eviction proceedings. The landlord knows he doesn't have a leg to stand on, so he dropped him.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm not even sure if I want to hang on to the apartment if Charles isn't going to be there.
Oh, come on. Come on. Charles is going to have some say in this. You know that. Just got to keep hoping.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll be downstairs if you need me.
I am going to come downstairs and help you out in a little while.
Don't bother. I can handle it. You just concentrate on having a good time tonight, okay?
Thanks.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay. Before you say anything, believe me, I know you're mad at me because...
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I understand your feelings, but you know what? Paul has a say in this, too, you know. Look, I don't like Paul's behavior any more than you do.
Then tell him that. Stop indulging in
It is not that simple.
It is that simple. Barbara, you keep saying you're so afraid that Paul is going to turn into another James. But don't you see? If you keep letting him get away with this selfish, manipulative behavior, that's exactly what's going to happen.
I just wanted to tell you something before Casey came down. I talked with Mrs. Atwater, and she's going to put me back on the day shift as soon as possible.
So soon? What about the baby?
Well, between Craig's sitter and Patty Delaney, I think she'll be taken care of really well.
Hmm?
Look, John, I'm not crazy about the idea either, but I really don't have any choice. I know that Casey's not going to be left on salary forever. What's the matter?
I was talking to Rex Whitmore this morning. Casey's checks are going to stop as of next week. I mean, we just can't keep him on salary until if he can't work.
Yeah, well, I know that couldn't last forever. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful for you keeping him on as long as you did.
I don't think you should go back to work so soon. I really don't. Look, I can give you whatever you need to tide you over, okay?
John, please. You can't do that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But we're not in a position to pay you back.
I didn't say anything about paying me back. Let me help you out, won't you, please? Come on.
John, really, thank you. We really can't do that. And with, you know, Casey's pride, things will work out on my nurse's salary. We'll try. Listen, don't say anything to Casey.
Hey, listen. You need to have a talk with this tall daughter of yours. She and her husband are thinking of ducking out on this trip to New York.
You, Sam?
Why? Now, I thought you'd already made arrangements for Nancy to look after Adam.
We changed our mind.
Yeah, on account of me, and I won't stand for it. Now, why don't you guys just go to New York? Go, go, go. Have a good time. Perhaps by the time you get back, I'll be back on my canes, and this little relapse would never have happened. Yeah, give me the noon.
What are you doing here so early? I thought your appointment was until 5 o'clock.
I came to cancel it. All hell just broke loose, and I really can't deal with seeing a shrink right now.
Well, what happened? What's going on?
Well, I got here as fast as I could.
Thanks, Jessica. I really appreciate it.
Would somebody like to tell me what's going on here?
Lori Clark's lawyer called me a few minutes ago and told me that they're canceling my contract for the tour.
Can Lori do that?
If Bo isn't able to perform, I'm afraid so.
And on top of that, they're putting Harley Monroe in my place. He's going to do the tour. He's going to cut the album. They should have been mine.
That's so unfair. Jess, you got to stop them. Do something.
And this is a list of my current clients.
That's very impressive.
Thank you.
You have no objections to my contacting any of these people for references?
Of course not. They're all very pleased with my service, as I'm sure Carpenter Reese and Cromwell will be.
Well, it's like I said, I'm not convinced that we really need a management consulting firm yet. However, I'll look over these things and... Well, what is this?
That's a standard contract. I took the liberty of drawing one up.
You seem to be very sure of yourself, Mr. Reyes.
Well, I always give one to a prospective client. That way you know exactly what I'm offering you. And if and when you decide to sign with my firm, we can just amend this agreement. It saves time and legal fees.
I see. Well, it'll take me a couple of days to look over this stuff, and I would like to talk to Iva and Emma, and I'll get back to you.
Excuse me, but I don't see what the Snyders have to do with this.
Neither do I, Daddy.
It's very simple. I'd like to know all I can about a man's personal reputation before I do business with him.
But, Tonio, Mr. Reyes was married to Meg Snyder. You can't expect Emma and Iva to be unbiased about him.
No, yes, I can. They're both very fair people, and I respect their judgment completely.
Well, I'm sure your daughter can tell you everything you might need to know about me on a personal level.
I don't understand that.
I checked into Mr. Reyes and his firm very carefully before I recommended them to you, Daddy. Isn't that what you mean, Mr. Reyes?
Exactly.
Liz?
Mrs. Cromwell, I need to speak to your father. Is he here?
Lucinda, come in.
Oh, so nice to see you. I'm sorry. I should have telephoned first and not just barged in like this. I had to speak to you because I've heard some rather distressing news. When is the last time you spoke with Lenore or with Iva?
Well, Iva called later this morning from the hospital. Tell me everything was all right.
Well, I think everything's far from all right, in my opinion, anyway. Are you aware that Lenore's father went all the way up there to Canada and collected Lenore and the children and took them back to Maine?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Cabot called me.
I see. Well, I was shocked. Lenore left without saying goodbye to poor Kirk Anderson. After he risked his life to save her life and her children, she didn't even say thank you to him.
Why on earth should she thank him? The children and Lenore wouldn't have been in danger in the first place if it wasn't for Kirk Anderson.
Elizabeth, please. Lucinda, look, I have no idea what frame of mind poor Lenore was in when she left without saying goodbye or thank you, but, well, I fail to see what you expect me to do about this.
Well, I just feel that you could talk to them. I mean, you carry great weight with those girls. Well, you could say, I mean, there should be some change after he's risked his life like this. I mean, in visitation rights or privileges.
I'm afraid that has to be Lenore's decision.
Yes, but you can influence her.
How dare you try to come in here and interfere in our personal family business?
Excuse me, darling. It seems to me you came to my office and rather fiercely tried to interfere in my business. Telephone's ringing. I only came to speak to you because Kirk is confined to a hospital bed and there's no one to plead his case. And I know you to be an honest and fair man. Daddy, it's Lenore.
Excuse me. Let's take this in the bedroom. Extension.
It's obvious what you're doing here. Dream on.
Oh, you're just peeved, Lucinda, because you know you'll never get this contract as long as Anderson is on your payroll.
Neither will you, darling. Not when I'm through with my job of character assassination.
Well, you're not going to do anything of the sort. Because if you do, Juanita will contact her people in Montega, and the search for Sierra will be over. So back off, Lucinda, or you may never see your daughter again. You can come a little closer. I'm in no shape to attack you.
I just came to see if you were all right. I really have to be going.
You know, Iva, when I ran up onto that porch, saw those flames shooting out of the windows, I almost chickened out. Then I heard your voice calling from the clearing. You sounded so worried and so frightened that I thought maybe she still does care about me.
Kurt.
And then that's what gave me the courage to knock the door down and go inside.
No, I think you would have gone in and saved those children anyway. I mean, once you set your mind to something, you don't give up. Even if it seems completely hopeless.
Can I take that as a sign of encouragement?
I really have to be going.
No, Iva, wait, please. Can't you just stay and talk for a while? I got so many things I want to explain to you, and I'm just afraid that if you leave now, I'll never get a chance. Can't you just...
No, I can't. I really can't.
Why not?
Jared has his jet waiting to take me back to Oakdale. I just came to say goodbye.
So tell me, my dear, where would you like to go for dinner? The sky's the limit.
It doesn't really matter, Mom. I don't really know any restaurants around here anyway.
Ah, well, you see, that's what this guidebook is for. You can pick out anything you absolutely like whatsoever. I'm going to find something wonderful in the listings in there.
Mom, I heard the way that Hal was talking to Hank about me before.
Honey, don't let it upset you, okay? He didn't mean what he was saying. He loves you, you know that.
Hal's not your real father. He'll never understand you the way I do, Paul.
Terrific. See you then. Hey, guys, gang, great news. Tom and Margaret will be able to make it after all. They should be at the hotel around 8, so what do you say that we hold off dinner until then, huh?
I was kind of hoping that we would have an early dinner so I could go do some work downstairs tonight.
Well, maybe that's for the best anyway. They probably had something on the plane. Oh, Paul, Tom told me to tell you that he talked to Leanne in D.C.
Oh, yeah? How's she doing?
Well, the last he heard, she and Mr. Patelli and the other students were heading over to the Vietnam War Memorial. And, well, it seems that Andy flew down there to surprise her.
That figures.
Honey, who called before on the phone?
It was just Carrie.
Did she say something to upset you? You sounded kind of flustered.
No, it was just because Hank was here, that's all.
Paul, about Hank.
Hal, I don't want to talk about it.
Look, I know that you don't want to talk about it. And I think the reason is because you know that you've treated him unfairly and you're afraid to admit you're wrong. Now, if you could just...
I don't have to deal with this grief. I'm going to my room.
Paul, 12-year-olds go to their rooms and pout. Grown men say and face their mistakes.
That is enough, all right? Enough. Hello? Hello? Look, I know someone's there. Who is it?
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
I cannot read this. Does it actually say that the recording contract is linked to the tour?
Well, the language is a bit vague, so it's open to interpretation.
What about the new songs I wrote? Does Lori have the rights to those too?
I'm afraid so. That's part of the...
Wait a minute. You mean that Harley Monroe can do my original material, including the song that I wrote for Pam?
So...
No way! No way is he going to do the song that I wrote for you.
Oh, just calm down, okay? Jessica is going to call Lori's lawyer, and I'm sure everything can be worked out.
Well, I think the best thing we can do is try to stall them for a few days. Maybe you'll get your voice back in time for the tour, and then Lori will have to stick to the contract.
I don't see how that's going to be possible, Jessica.
Well, why don't you go see Dr. Michaels today? I think this would be probably the best time... Oh.
So, honey, how's my Katie?
She is as cute as a button. Just like her daddy, huh?
Well, I want you to know something. We'll be back on my feet before you know it.
I know.
Case, Bill Purcell would like to take another look.
Ah, geez, these guys in neurology, they think they can have all the shots at me they want because I'm on salary here, you know?
I'm going to have Noah take you up.
I think my break is over.
Nella, I want you to take Dr. Peretti up to neurology.
My pleasure. Look, don't freak out, okay?
See you later, baby. How you doing, Nella? Hey, could you hold up a second? Hey, Bo.
Listen, I'm going to make a phone call.
Excuse me? How's your voice doing?
What voice?
Listen, I got an idea. See that beautiful woman over there? Why don't you go talk to her? She's really good at cheering people up.
Thanks.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
I really hope Casey gets better soon.
Yeah, me too. But he's got a great positive mental attitude, and that's half the battle.
That's supposed to be a hint or something?
Listen, Bo, I really think that you should see Dr. Michaels about this.
I think I will go talk to Lila.
Honey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but they're not going to hold the airplane for you, okay?
I'll be there.
Be there, be there. Yeah, famous last words. I'll be there.
Suitcase for me?
Hello?
Why?
Hey, Andy. We up for the end yet? What's the matter?
Yeah, we had some trouble down here with Mr. Vitelli, at the war memorial. He just freaked out. I mean, he thought Leanne was some Vietnamese girl who was leading his buddies into an ambush or something. I don't know, he wouldn't let go of her.
Listen, is she all right?
She's shaky, but she's okay. I rounded up all the other kids and they're downstairs in the coffee shop.
Where's Vitelli?
I don't know. I mean, I told the other kids, not to go anywhere near him. Well, listen, Tom, I don't want you to worry. I called the principal and he's on his way down here.
I don't believe this.
Vitelli's crazy, Tom. I mean, the war, it's something that affected his mind, but you were there. Maybe you can understand, but I think the guy needs some serious help.
Yeah. I'm going to help see that he gets that. I'm going to call Bill Newman over to the school board and make sure he suspends Vitelli, at least for a little while. Would you put Leanne on, please? Oh, hold it. Thanks for taking such good care of Leanne. You showed good judgment. You should be very proud of the way you handled this.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Thanks. Here's Leanne.
Thanks. Father?
Hi, sweetie. You okay?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to know what I would have done if Andy hadn't shown up.
Listen, honey, I know that Mr. Hargraves is coming down to D.C. to take over the field trip. Are you comfortable staying there, or do you want to come home? You can do that. Margot and I were heading out to New York, but we can certainly change our plans.
No, I would hate for you to do that.
No, honey, listen. What's important is that you're happy. If you want to come home, you do that.
Well, I would really like it to be near you. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Okay, wait, let me just ask Andy, okay? Yeah, my father asked if, maybe after Mr. Hargraves come over, if, we would fly down to New York and spend the weekend.
Yeah, sure, that's
More
fine.
Yeah, he said okay. Okay, wait, hold on, let me just write it down. Yeah. Okay. All right, yeah. We'll see you in a few hours then. Okay, bye. I love you too. Bye. He gave me the name of the hotel and the address, and Paul's gonna be there. I just hope it's not gonna be awkward.
I gotta make those reservations.
Oh, yeah. That's probably my roommate.
Hello, Leanne. Please don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to talk to you.
Yeah, you had your chance to do that before. Now, anything you got to say, you can just say it to Mr. Hargraves. He's coming down here, and he's taking over for you.
He knows. I just got off the phone with him. I told him I was going to resign. I need to see someone. I need to get some help. I mean, going to the memorial today and seeing all the names on the wall just brought back too many memories. Friends I knew, friends I watched die. Mom was a living hell for me. I've got the scars to prove it. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Andy, poor man.
Yeah, but he's, he's gonna get some help and... It's over now. It's okay. If anything ever happened to you, you know,
When I leave here, don't start it on him again when he gets out of the shower, okay? Let's just have a nice dinner with no tension. Promise me that, okay? Hal?
Promise. I want you to promise me something.
What?
I know you think that hang-up that came in earlier was James, but I don't think it was.
You're just trying to humor me.
I'm not trying to humor you. The switchboard probably just transferred the call up here. It happens all the time in big hotels like this, and I want you to put it out of your mind, okay?
I'll try. You have the number downstairs.
Not so fast. I love you.
I love you too.
Where's Mom?
Well, she just went down to help Hank for a little while. She'll be back soon. I think I'm going to change. Paul, I promised your mother that I wasn't going to get on your case anymore.
Oh, wouldn't that be refreshing, Hal?
But I need to ask you a question, and for your sake as well as your mother's, I hope that you're honest. When that call, that hang-up came in earlier, I saw the way that you raced for the phone. So I think that you thought it was your father calling. And I think that it was also your father that you spoke to earlier. Right or wrong, Paul?
Wrong.
Then Andrew brought Leanne and the rest of the kids back to the hotel.
What an awful thing for them to have to go through, but it sounds like Andy really handled it well.
It does, yeah.
Well, you must be very proud of him, John.
I am.
Well, where's Bo? Oh, he and Jessica are in the cafeteria waiting for a call from Lori's lawyer. Actually, I'm going to go see what's going on. See you later.
Pam thinks that Bo's loss of voice is psychological. I tend to agree with her. I just hope she doesn't get too concerned and wound up in the whole thing. Well, you have a right to people that you love. You know?
Well, yeah, but you can't be a father to everybody.
Has Margot been talking to you about Ian Kramer?
Who? No. Who's that?
Sit down.
Thank you.
Many years ago, before you came to work here at the hospital, there was a young woman who worked here by the name of Rosemary Kramer. I was very close with her. Very close. Well, she left. It was about 19 years ago, moved to Seattle. And she wrote me a letter then. I didn't get the letter until 2 weeks ago. You know, that bag of mail that was at Tom and Margot's place.
Darling, there you are. I went all the way to Susan Stewart's laboratory to find you. Sorry. I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, John was telling me about this old letter he had received.
Barbara, you've done enough. I know you, Hal, and Paul have plans to go out to dinner tonight. I can handle the rest.
I leave you here alone. You're going to be here till after midnight.
Look, I don't mind. I think I may end up staying in the hotel anyway. I'm really not up to facing the apartment alone yet.
Can you forgive me?
Forgive you for what?
For letting you down. And don't tell me that I haven't done it, because you know as well as I do that I have. When you first told me about Charles, I told you that you could count on me and that I'd be there for you.
And you have been. You've been a rock for this whole thing.
Not when it comes to Paul. His behavior towards you has been unforgivable, and instead of telling him, like I tried to in the beginning, that I didn't like it, I went out of my way to keep from offending my own son. I know it's no excuse, but I've been very frightened of losing him.
I understand. And I certainly don't blame you or hold it against you. If Paul were my son, I'd probably do the same thing.
No, you wouldn't. You would have told him straight out from the beginning that you didn't like his attitude one bit, just the way Hal has. And, well, that's what I've got to go do. I've got to be honest with him for his own good.
Okay. But can I make a suggestion? I really don't think you should get into anything heavy with Paul tonight. I know he's very upset, and you have a very long, stressful day ahead of you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I promise you, once the show is over, I'm going to sit down with him and have a real good heart-to-heart.
Hey, when you do, will you tell him something from me? I would have told him myself, except he never gave me the chance. Tell him in spite of everything that's happened, I'll never forget the good times. I remember when he used to come to me and tell me his problems and how good it made me feel when I could help him, give him some advice. It made me feel like I was the father and he was the son I'll never have. Tell him that.
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Now you go upstairs and have a wonderful evening with your husband and your son, and don't forget for a minute how lucky you are to have them in your life.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty lucky to have you, too. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
Thanks.
Please, Dr. Clayton, all I want is to see Charles. Just let him know how much I love him and want to be with him. Is that asking so much?
Penny for your thoughts, Mrs. Shields.
I was just remembering the last time we flew this route.
Opposite direction, though.
Opposite set of circumstances.
Yeah?
You were being impossible. Okay, I was being impossible.
Yeah, that's one word for that. I'd flown all the way to New York to make sure things got back. I don't have to be invited to my wife's hotel. Anyway, you wouldn't talk to me. Didn't talk to me for half the flight back, if I remember correctly.
Until the stewardess brought our meal. What was it that they served us anyway?
I don't know. They showed good taste keeping it covered, though.
You know the rule.
What was that for?
For being you. For being kind and loving and warm and supportive. Being a terrific father and husband. For always, always, always being able to make me laugh.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, no. Okay, side by side.
Okay.
Thank you. No, thank you. Dinner. Perfect. Ooh.
Yes, it's a private joke.
Oh, it's the same roll.
The very same. Well, John's on the telephone to the doctors in Canada even as we speak, so if all goes well, we can get Kirk transferred soon. So, Jane, get on the phone to the airfield, talk to my pilot, tell him to be ready, okay? I guess we're going to need We'll need a registered nurse, won't we? Well, I'll talk to John about that. Then get on the phone to Ambrose. Ask him to call Jerome Gleason in Seattle. Ask him how things are going. I want to beat John to the punch on this one. Of course you don't understand what I'm talking about, Jane. Ambrose does. Also, tell Ambrose to put his thinking cap on. I want a way to prevent Jared Carpenter from doing business with Tony O'Reyes, but some way in which I cannot possibly be implicated.
Oh, honey.
Hi, baby.
How was the neurology?
Oh, barely last.
Yeah, you know.
Thanks, Pam. You seen John around?
Well, I think he's on the phone. He's trying to tell me stories about this old letter.
I just got off the phone with Laurie's attorney.
And?
The guy is a real shark. I couldn't get him to budge an inch. Not only do they plan to replace you with Harley Monroe, but they're determined to retain the rights to all your original material so Harley can record it.
Over my dead body.
Oh, your voice, it sounds perfectly normal.
Well, what did they say?
Well, it took some persuading, but I finally convinced the authorities up there to let Kurt go so that it can be transferred down here. You can tell your jet to go up to Quebec, pick him up.
All right. Hey, now we can devote our considerable energies to having fun at the best anniversary party that ever was.
John.
Excuse me. You have a telephone call from a private detective who's en route to Seattle or something?
Oh, thank you.
Before you go, I have to tell you, what I did last night, it wasn't some sort of grandstand play to prove to you that I love those kids.
I know that. I know you love them. But it doesn't change the past. And it doesn't change what happened between us. Look, I really have to go. Jared's jet is waiting.
Ivor, please. I love you.
Goodbye, Kirk.
I have some release forms for you to look over. Bet you are looking forward to be going back home. Hello? One moment, please. Lenore Barclay for you.
I can't find my picture of Lenore and the children. You seen it anywhere at all?
No. Lenore must have taken it with her.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you take a picture she just gave me?
How should I know?
Are you all right? I mean, you've been acting very strange all day.
Well, of course. I'm sick of being stuck in this dreadful hotel in this horrible little town. I just wish that you would finish your business with Mr. Reyes and let us get back to civilization. Hello.
Hello, Elizabeth. You know who this is, don't you?
Hello, Stuart, darling. How are you?
I'm fine, darling. I just thought I should remind you that you'd better get your father to sign those papers before he speaks with Emma and Iva.
I'm doing all I can, dear.
Well, that's good, dear. For your sake. Because I don't think Daddy's going to like those photos.
Iva!
Hi.
Oh, you're home safe and sound.
Yeah.
So good to see you. Come in, I've got so many things I want to ask you.
Oh, I've got a lot to tell you.
Oh, what went on there?
So, did you guys get all settled into your room?
Yeah.
Huh?
Rooms are plural. It's the biggest suite I ever saw.
Big place. Fun.
Yeah.
Hey, it's really great you guys are here. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, we will. Ah, that must be room service. I ordered some champagne. What are you guys doing here? You're not room service.
Hey, come here. You know,
Glad to see you.
Wait a minute. Well, I thought you guys were supposed to be in D.C. What's up?
we were.
There was a bit of a problem down there. We'll explain later.
Where are you going, Paul?
I'm expecting a call at 8:30 from Carrie, so I'm going to take it in my room.
Paul, I want to talk to you for a second.
I'm going to have to wait.
He sure as hell doesn't want me here.
Yeah, well, it's time that Paul stopped thinking that he's the center of the universe.
Hello?
Hello?
It's okay, Mom. I've got it.
Oh, okay.
Dad?
Well, son, that was a close one.
Yeah.
No, I'm not, Dad. Look, you know how you said you wanted to see me earlier? Do you think you'd still arrange that?
You just say the word and I'll set it up. How does tomorrow sound?
Good. The sooner the better.
Christie Brothers. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns. This is CBS.